Fade in. Extension: dark and gritty streets of Akron, night. We see a sleek, black car speeding through the winding roads of the city. The car pulls up to a group of street racers, who all turn to look at the driver, Chance Wilkins, known on the streets as Cyrax. Cyrax gets out of the car, confident and determined. He looks at the other racers and challenges them to a race. They all nod, and soon enough, they're off, speeding through the streets at breakneck speeds. A group of cars light up and rev those engines, their headlights illuminating the empty parking lot. Chance Wilkins, aka Cyrax, a young man with a cocky demeanor, sits behind the wheel of his modified car, ready for the race. Michael, his loyal friend, stands nearby, nervously holding a walkie-talkie. Michael. Through walkie-talkie. You ready, Cyrax? Cyrax. Grinning. Born the wheel, die by the wheel, 100% underground for me. The other drivers, including some local street racers, stare down Cyrax, daring him to make the first move. Cyrax revs his engine and slams on the gas pedal, his car screeching and drifting into the first turn. The other drivers follow suit, but Cyrax's skill and precision give him the edge. He dominates the race, leaving his competition in the dust. As the other drivers begrudgingly congratulate him, Cyrax basks in the glory of his victory. Cyrax. To Michael. That's my Viking blood. Michael. Smiling. You're the man, Cyrax. But little do they know, a new challenger is about to shake up the street racing scene in Akron, Ohio. Cut to INT. Cyrax's garage, day. Cyrax is working on his car, tuning it and modifying it to make it faster and more agile. His friend, Michael, enters the garage. Michael. Yo, Cyrax. You ready for the race tonight, DK? Cyrax. You goddamn right, nigga. I'm gonna show these guys what I'm made of. Michael. Just be careful out there, man. These guys are getting more reckless every day and there's a new guy on the scene, so watch your back. Cyrax. I can handle myself. Don't worry about me, I'm the DK. Cut to extension: the race, night. Cyrax is lined up against several other racers, including Music Biz Marty, a new drifter on the scene. The race begins, and the cars speed off into the night. As the race progresses, Cyrax and Marty pull ahead of the pack, neck and neck. Cyrax is determined to win, but Marty is equally determined. They jockey for position, pushing their cars to the limit. In the end, Cyrax wins by a hair, crossing the finish line just ahead of Marty. The other racers congratulate him, but Marty is not happy. He confronts Cyrax. Marty. You got lucky, man. I'll get you next time. Cyrax yells, bring it on, bitch boy. Cut to INT. Cyrax's apartment, night. Cyrax is sitting at his computer, browsing the internet. He gets a message from someone he doesn't recognize. They start chatting, and it becomes clear that the person is underage. Cyrax. Hey Chloe, I'm the DK of the drift scene, I'll send you some pics. Cut to extension: the streets, night. Cyrax is driving his car, feeling conflicted. He wants to be the DK, but he also knows that his dreams might cost him everything he holds dear. Cut to INT. Cyrax's garage, day. Cyrax is working on his car, deep in thought. Michael enters the garage. Michael. Hey, man. You alright? You seem kind of off. Cyrax. I don't know, man. I've been thinking a lot lately. About the races, and about what I'm doing with my life. Michael. What do you mean? Cyrax. I don't know. It's like, I love racing, but I don't want it to consume me. I want to do something more with my life. Michael. Like what? Cyrax. I don't know, man, he hesitantly whispered. Maybe we'll get into the music biz. Cut to extension: the streets, night. Cyrax is racing again. But this time, he's not just racing for himself. He's racing for something more, something greater than himself, with the prize money from the final race to see who's the DK he could finally get into the music biz. Cut to INT. Cyrax's apartment, day. Cyrax is sitting on his couch with Michael, scrolling through his phone. A knock on the door interrupts their conversation. Michael gets up to answer it. Michael. Opening the door. Hey, it's Music Biz Marty. Cyrax scowls at the mention of his name. Marty, a young man with a flashy sense of style, enters the apartment. Marty. Smiling. Hey, Chance. Heard you had a good race last night? Cyrax. Coldly. What do you want, Marty? Cyrax's face contorts with anger as he responds. Marty, still smiling, just came to talk business. Word on the street is that you're the DK around here. But I think there's room for more than one king. Cyrax looks at Marty skeptically, but Michael seems interested. Michael, interjecting. What kind of business? Marty, grinning. I've got connections. I could take your music to the next level. Get sponsored, make some real money. Cyrax considers the offer for a moment before responding. Cyrax, skeptical. I don't know, Marty. I don't think our styles would mix. Marty, smiling. That's where you're wrong. We could complement each other. Besides, what do you have to lose? Cyrax looks at Michelle, who nods in agreement. He reluctantly agrees to hear Marty out. Cyrax, fine. Let's hear it. As Marty starts pitching his idea, Cyrax can't shake the feeling that something isn't right. Marty, smiling. So here's the deal. I get 90% of the music profits, and if I win the race, I get your house too. Cyrax, angrily. That's ridiculous. I'm not giving you my fucking house, it's for my family. Marty, smiling. Come on, Chance. Don't be a sore loser before the race even starts. I'll buy Sally a new house. Come on, Chance. Don't be afraid to take a risk. You could have real money. Cyrax. Frustrated, he yelled. Real money? This isn't about money. It's about respect. And I don't respect you, Marty. You're not a real racer. You're just a poser. I'm not a sore loser. Where am I supposed to live? Huh, Marty? Marty. Smiling. I'm not a poser. I can beat you in a race any day of the week. Take it or leave it. Cyrax. Smiling sarcastically. Is that right? You want to race me? I'll leave it. I don't need your help to become the DK. Don't say I didn't warn you, Marty. I won't be bullied like this, you bully bitch. Marty. Smiling. Suit yourself, winner takes all. When I beat you, I'll be taking everything you've got. Marty exits the apartment, leaving Cyrax and Michael alone. Cyrax scowls as Marty leaves the apartment. Michelle looks at him with concern. Cyrax looks determined. He knew what he need to do, win this race. No matter what it takes. Doing what we got to do, me and my homies. Michael, worried. You're not really going to race him, are you? Cyrax, annoyed. You're goddamn right I am, and I'll show him who the real motherfucking DK is. He's going to regret underestimating my Viking blood. I'm a warrior. Fade out. Fade in. Extension abandoned airfield, night. Cyrax heads towards his car. As he gets in, he takes a moment to gather his thoughts. He can hear the sound of Marty's car revving up, waiting for him at the starting line. He takes a deep breath and turns the ignition. The race is on. Cyrax and Marty line up their cars on the abandoned airfield. Surrounded by a group of spectators, mostly Marty's friends. The two rev their engines, their headlights illuminating the empty stretch of tarmac ahead. Cyrax is focused and determined, his hands gripped tightly on the wheel. He looks over at Marty, who smirks back at him. Cyrax takes a deep breath and tries to calm himself down. He knows that Marty's proposal is absurd and he won't let himself be bullied like this. He turns to Michelle and nods at him, silently signaling that he's ready. Marty, teasingly. You sure you're ready for this, Chance? Cyrax, gritting his teeth. I was born ready, nigger boy. Michael. Alright, let's do this. The engines roar to life as Cyrax and Marty's cars speed off into the distance. The two cars drift around the corners, narrowly avoiding collisions with their walls. The crowd cheers and hollers as they watch the two cars battle it out on the track. Cyrax's heart is pounding in his chest as he tries to keep up with Marty's car. He knows that he needs to stay focused and not let his anger get the best of him. He can hear Marty taunting him over the radio, but he refuses to let it distract him. Marty seems to have the upper hand, as he trolls Cyrax over the radio, telling him how easy this race is going to be. Cyrax's anger starts to boil over and he makes a mistake, causing his car to spin out of control. Marty takes advantage of the situation and speeds off towards the finish line. Cyrax's car slams into the wall, the impact jarring his entire body. Marty wins the race and steps out of his car with a smug expression on his face. He walks over to Cyrax and Michael, who are both clearly upset. Cyrax's arms in a cast already and Hess wearing a neck brace. Marty. Looks like you're going to have to hand over that house after all. Cyrax's blood boils with anger as he glares at Marty. Cyrax. You're a sore winner, Marty. Marty. Hey, I'm just playing the game. You should learn to be a better loser. Cyrax clenches his fists, ready to fight. But Michelle steps in between them, trying to defuse the situation. Michael. Alright, let's just calm down. We lost this one, but we'll come back stronger. Marty smirks and walks away, leaving Cyrax and Michael alone. Cyrax knows he needs to come up with a new plan if he wants to take down Marty and become the DK of Akron. Fade out.